discuss the possibility, or at least, I think it will be short because I'll just update you on the boards, the discussion I had with the chairman on, and so we won't have to act on it. Again, this is an item of airing these meetings for the general public. I truly love and believe in what this board means to the election process and to the people of this county. And if sometimes we may not agree, I think it's prudent that the people understand and see for themselves, again, the entire process. I will warn you, 9 times out of 10, you'll be bored out of your mind if it goes with history. But I think it's more important than jazzercise or something else. So I would love to see these meetings aired for the general public to see and hopefully get more involved in, etc. That way they would know my term's coming up. I'll be a Democrat that would like to sit in my place, Ms. Brown, etc., etc. Okay? It goes out to everybody, not just party people. But the DOC has the authority to designate where we meet. I think it's prudent that if it's something we want to consider, we approach them and ask them. We're under a tight budget, according to the chairman, so he would not want a meeting held at 8 o'clock, or he's got an additional staff member he's got to pay overtime to. But I do think we can accommodate the staff needs of the county and still accomplish the goal of having our meetings made totally visible to the public.
I have a question, but you kind of touched on it a little bit. If, first of all, I'm not necessarily opposed to the idea, but I will be opposed to the idea if it will cost us money. If the taxpayers have to put out any additional money, I would be opposed to it. Secondly, if the public wants to find out what's going on with this meeting or any meeting, they can attend just like we're here. So I mean, you know, I found out through the media, and, you know, that's why I'm here.
Well, there's a lot of folks that you know can't attend. There are folks that watch that channel a lot. Okay, and I do think we are as important as any jazzercise group. Okay, but by the same token, from what I can understand, the chairman is as concerned with any cost overruns. But I can tell you, having served on the Water Authority, the information that the public has assimilated by watching the Water Authority in action has given confidence, I think, to what's going on there and the improvements that we're making. And there's going to be challenges facing this board, especially with redistricting, possibly consolidating polling places, moving polling places, et cetera, et cetera. And those people need to be informed of that while we're discussing it. They don't need to find out after, you know, some notice in the mail, your polling place has been moved to such and such. It gives them the ability to see our business while we're conducting our business. So, yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, we're here today for that purpose. The problem I have with what the county already does is that they edit the meetings. And we do not see what the chairman doesn't want us to see. And so I am for that. If the taxpayers are going to fund it, we need to see all meetings in their entirety. And so right now, that's not happening on the county BOC meetings. That's why we've got the volunteers to come out in the community and film some of these meetings. And so that's why I developed a website and all that. I can't be at all the meetings though. So preference would be that it be done by the staff that's already hired to do that, but to show it in its entirety.
I totally agree with that, and if you have any lack of confidence in the airing of the station, I'm certain that you still have the freedom to tape your own. So, but, yes, sir.
I say if you want to communicate with the public, it's nice that we have all these chairs. I'm sitting in the first 3 rows. I couldn't hear the beginning of the meeting. If you're going to do it and expect people back there to hear, you need some microphones or something. So
And the other building has all that.
well, please use it.
Okay. That is something I would like for our board to consider and to allow me to have further discussion with the chairman about meetings that will be aired on Channel 23. I look forward to it.
There may be points in time where we need to have a tape meeting. Most of our day-to-day operations is so mundane that the public is welcome to come and sit. Not that we need to employ the staff or to go to technology to record meetings. We already record meetings. Where we get into redistricting and things that all the people get involved in, need to understand all of the intricacies and how it comes about, those might be very good to have on public coverage.
I agree with what you both said, but I also understand the public's problem with the editing. And as long as everything runs as it really has run, then I have no problem with it at some point in the future. I do have a question though about the financial aspects of it. And with the tightness of our county budget, you know, there's not any wiggle room.
Well, all I can tell you is that if we meet during the day, when staff is there, we may have to change our meeting day or our meeting time, which we can do. I won't say that, we know that. But that building stays empty most of the time. So I think the greater concern is that the public can see and know what we do. And if they don't like the show, we're not here for show. We're here to take care of business. And sometimes it's going to be mundane. But they're going to know they can turn it off or turn it on jazzercise, whatever they want. But we have done our job to know that the public has every opportunity to know our business. And that's when I think it's a good idea.
Well, again, I have, you know, the problem of it needs to be aired in the entirety or a second tape be made. And,
No problem with that.
you know,
And personally, the entirety would be my, I'm the one who knows very well about the government editing Channel 23. Very, very well, okay? So I didn't like it a bit. I wouldn't tolerate it, okay? So I can assure you that I'm not aware of it going on now. But if it is, do what they're doing. But that shouldn't be an excuse for us not to attempt to air Channel 23 with our meetings in its entirety.
I think, if I may, in terms of the taxpayer, if we're paying for Channel 23 our tax dollars, then everything that's seen needs to be shown. the idea that editing takes place because the chairman may not want this to be seen, which perhaps make him look bad, is just egregious.
Now, that's a different subject now, because I don't.
Yeah, but we
know
don't want this
anything about
concept.
that.
Yeah, but this is a recommendation this is a discussion rather that both you and the chairman have had. So I'm a little, now that in listening to you, I'm just a little leery of the idea. Simply because of the trend.
Well, if there's an issue, these guys will take care of it, I guarantee you. But I can tell you, I would not be in favor of anything but the entirety of the entire meeting. Okay?
Can I make a suggestion to solve your problem real
Yes,
quick?
sir.
That camera costs $400. That ain't all that much money for a camera. It's been recording the entire time, set it right there in the middle, y'all turn it on and go at it, carry the disc over there and say, put this on TV. Bingo, bango. Nobody stays late, nobody gets overtime, problem solved.
That's an option. Very
Well,
good.
but you don't have the microphones.
No, it's a different camera that they need, that are mic'd right through.
I just know that. with
This can be
water-
shown on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, Mr. Chairman, fewer and fewer people are watching Comcast these days because there's so much competition.
Yeah.
And so it's really for the website, for people to be able to go on the website to see it, because if you've got AT&T or you've got satellite dish or,
Yeah, I'm on the county room. See, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
channel
yeah,
three.
yeah, yeah. Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And,
So a very limited amount of the public's going to see it anyway.
Well, I have to bow to other people because I don't watch Channel 23 on the computer. And, you know, at this time, as Mr. Jenkins pointed out, and Mr. Tracy and several others, there are some severe problems with what they want being at the meetings. And until maybe that would get better, you know, I
you
will
do
have.
understand that the POC has the total authority about where we meet.
Well, I do understand that, and I also understand that if we were just discussing, you wanted our input to take back to the chairman, and I'm voicing the concerns of the people. And the VOC, yes, they do have the governing authority to say where we meet, and they can force us to meet there. And if they choose to take that action, then I'm sure these gentlemen would be quite happy to take it. But I don't see why this has to be a bone of contention.
I just think it's a good idea.
Well, I think I'll just move on to other items on the agenda.
I would like to make a motion that we air our election board meetings, given the approval of the VOC on channel 23. Is there a second? No second. Okay, let's move on. Okay, what is next? Departmental update?
Discussion of unlimited